Hi, I'm back, and I know I haven't been back for a long time, and I keep apologizing for it, but you know how it is. Luckily, some of you thought it would be a good idea. Yeah, sure. Luckily, some of you have thought that it would be a very good idea to learn English from me, buying private lessons. And you know, I really, really like money, so imagine that I'm really glad to teach every one of you who chose it. However, it doesn't stop me to, you know, adding more and more lessons to this series. However, it slows me down. Now, first thing first, let me grab my human slave hand and start teaching. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, you're heavy. Really heavy now. Be alive. Alright. So, let's talk about learning Hungarian. First of all, I need a pen. There you go. This is a pen. This is a blue pen, which is really good. Now, as a blue pen, let me write down some familiar stuff for you. First of all, let's find a verb so we could practice. Let's look up the dictionary. For example, like, to like somebody. Now, if you want to like somebody in Hungarian, then you can say kedvel. Now, kedvel is more like for persons, to use with persons. It means that if you like somebody, you can use this one, but if you like something, for example a TV show, well, you shouldn't use that one. So that's another verb for another time. Now, let's go back to this. Do you remember to conjugate in Hungarian? It means that you put an ending, you put an attachment after the word. This is something you put on the end of the verb or word. It doesn't matter, but we only did verbs so far, so I will use that word from now on. Now, if you conjugate verbs, then you have to remember there is an ending for every personal pronoun in the Hungarian language. For example, if I want to like somebody, then you have to put, or I have to put, this one. Now, this is in object mode. Remember, if I just like without any object, I write kedvelek, but if there is an object after this verb, then it means I like that thing. Now, if you remember, we learned about future tense in the Hungarian language. It looked a lot like this. So this means I will like something, you know, that particular something. This is like ing and this is like that one. Now, the only difference is that these endings are for these high-pitched sounds and these for these low ones. Now, remember, if you want to tell the difference, you can always think about singing. If you say this word, kedvel, it is a little bit higher, it is a little bit nicer than the other one, fogom. Normally, if you remember your singing class or lessons, you learned something like this. It's I don't remember what that is because I never learned that in English, but it goes like this: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now, that thingy, which I'm too tired to look at in the dictionary or something, is for singing. And remember, do is lower than mi or fa or something like that. I know this may not help, but at least that's something you can work with. Now, if you are still have problems with telling which one is high and which one is low, then I can give you a little table, because it also helps. Now, if you have a good memory, you can remember that e, I, ö, ü. I think that's all. These are the high pitch sounds, and o, a, o, u. These are the lower ones. I think that's it. If I missed something, I'm really sorry about that, but you know, that's all. So let's get back to that business. Let's say we want to do the past tense. The past tense is really interesting, mainly because it's only one letter. The ending for past tense, or the attachment, is the T sound. In the Hungarian alphabet is T. Do you remember the alphabet? Sure you do. So this one is T. Now you have to remember that this is a hard T. So it's not like I went. No, it's went. So you remember, everything in Hungarian is quite hard. Even the language is hard. So now you might think that, okay, we can take it easy. This is all, kedvelt, and that's it. Of course not. Because if you put T at the end of this verb, then you also have to put the personal pronoun attachment. So, first, you take the word, then you put a T at the end, and then, after it's done, you can put the M or the ek attachments at the end of this word. Now remember, the order of the attachment is very strict. First the T, then the personal attachments. I would really, really be happy if I could say that that's it. There is a general rule for this one and for this one. So, for example, we have these attachments here and these attachments here, and you put these first and then these. But of course, there is no rule like this. So, you have to learn here that this is one rule. First the past tense, then the personal attachments. Let's try it with another word. For example, break. Tör is break. Not like break the car and stop, but to smash something, So, for example, I can break your camera. By the way, if any one of you want to send me a camera, then that's okay, just send it to me. I can give you the address, no problems. I always accept donations, of course. But if you don't, that's okay, no worries. So, it just came to me because it's a good idea. Anyway, so tör. So it's to break something. For example, I want to say that I broke something which is yours. For example, the camera you've just sent me. Of course, no one sent me a camera, but that's okay. So I did something. So I have to say am, and then just put this in the middle. Now, of course, if you use this attachment with this, like Legos, and I just delete these here, and I just erase it, this is wrong. Because with the if you remember, we have another kind of attachment. This is for, for confusing people. So, if you put an ending or attachment to the word, you disturb the balance, you will change it. So, after the T, it seems that we use these kind of normal attachments, the high-pitched ones, not the low and not the middle ones, this kind of mixed stuff. So, the funny thing is that if you speak in present tense, you have to remember to use these ending. If you say something in past tense, you have to remember that T changes something in the word, and you have to use another attachment. Now, what is this something, you might ask? Well, I don't know. There is nothing which would indicate that we have to change this. There is nothing you can see that changed. This is just a rule. Now, let's do a final word. Let's do mond. It means to say something. Now, if I say something, I say mondok something, valamit. If there is an object or something, I may use mondom. But this stands alone, really. So, what happens when I try to put a T at the end? It will be like this. Mond tom. Yay! Now, my time is apparently up, so I have to leave you with this mystery, and we have to continue at another time. But remember, if you have an open mind for many, many rules of the Hungarian language, then you might succeed. So be strong and try to, learn stuff. Alright, bye bye, have a nice something, work, holiday, or whatever you have. So bye.